Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to take you on a walk. We're going to start at the trees that I planted up there and work our way all the way down to the chestnut tree down that way, and then work our way past all the chestnut trees down there in the woods. And the reason we're doing that is to check on the spring bud out. If my oak trees have little buds like this, the white oak trees up there, they need to be spritzed with protectant, and that'll be the last of the protectant for the year. Then we're going to check on the apple trees, well, apple trees and cherry tree, and see how they're doing. Those got sprayed, and we'll talk about that. Then we're going to get down to the vineyard and see what's going on there. I haven't been down there in at least a week since the last time I pruned, and we may have buds down there. And then, like I said, we'll hit that chestnut tree, see what's going on with that. If that has buds like this, they got to be spritzed a little bit. The deer just love to come along and nibble these off. It's like a little treat. Then you get all that stunted growth that would have came way out here. It's just gone for the year. So I like to get that one last spray in, and then we'll be done with that stuff for the year. And we may be done permanently. I don't know. We'll have to see how big these trees get this year. All right, so we're going to start at that very first tree, way the heck down there. I don't think the white oaks, those bur oaks, are as far along as this black oak. And if not, we don't have to spray them, and we'll just skip right over to the apple tree. Okay, I walked all along these trees, and they're basically all the same. None of them are budded out. You could see there's a little bit of green right there. It's probably going to be, I don't know, a couple weeks. So these don't need spraying. If the deer go by here, they're just going to eat this grass. Plenty of grass to eat. Plenty of other stuff to eat. So I'm going to skip over these and head over to the apple tree. All right, this is the McIntosh apple tree that Natalie pruned. And this is green tip. That's when you're supposed to do the first actual spray. And the first spray should be a fruit tree spray, and generally that's Captain and some kind of a systemic fungicide and an insecticide. The first sprays are very critical. If you haven't gotten the first spray in and your tree is about like this, get the spray in. You're going to have to spray it again right before bloom. And this is almost there. It's got some leaves coming out here and there. But you could see that little red, that's the bloom. So when that comes out of that little leaf cluster, you got to spray these again, or a week after you sprayed the first spray. Again, these first sprays are incredibly important. If you don't get those in, the rest of the year is going to go pretty bad for you. Yeah, this tree is looking really good. I'll go around and show you what's going on with the tree, but like basically this was cut off, so now this is going to end up being a really nice branch. You could see it's going nice and straight out. Hopefully it doesn't hook up, but I don't think it will. And if it does, we'll prune it off next year. Yeah, this is going to get a ton of apples, and I will show you that a little later in the year. All right, we're going to skip over the cherry tree, and we'll go right to the Honeycrisp, and then we'll head down to the vineyard. I'll show you the cherry really quick. It has tons of buds on it. It always does. This was severely pruned, and I might be getting rid of this. This is not a dwarf tree. I believe this is a semi-dwarf, and I want all dwarf trees in here, but this is not the type of cherry that we wanted. Okay, here is the Honeycrisp. Seems as though this side is moving along a bit faster than that side, but in the end this thing is just going to be full of apples. This one didn't need quite as severe of a pruning as the McIntosh did this year, but it still got pretty good of a pruning. You can go back and see that video, Yeah, actually I did do quite a bit on this tree. So this was already sprayed at green tip, which is a little more than that. Oh, actually right about that. And then the next spray will be before the flowers open up, but a lot of it will be at green tip right at that time as well. It doesn't progress all at once. And then once the petals fall, you spray again. So you basically get all of the different areas of the tree sprayed at all the different stages eventually. Like when you're doing your first spray, if you like waited around for all of the tree to be at green tip, some of it's going to be ready to bloom by the time you get there. So as soon as you get a good amount of green tips, you do the first spray. And then when those green tips are getting ready to flower, other green tips will be ready to spray, and you do the next spray. And then when the petals drop, you do another spray. And you spray the rest of the summer for the most part. Basically every 7 to 10 days, but that all depends on the weather as well. Okay, let's head down to the vineyard. We'll take a look at the vines, and I'll bring this stuff because the chestnut trees might be budded out, and if they are, I'll have to spray them. All right, I will show you where I burned here. Yeah, this is beautiful. You can see, I'm sure you can see that little bit of green coming up. I think the fire stimulates the plants to start growing as well, but it really does cleanse the ground. It gets rid of the thatch, it adds carbon back to the soil, and it gets rid of weeds. Yeah, that's growing really nice right there. It's hard to believe, but this stuff will be between 4 foot and 10 foot tall by the end of summer. This stuff right here is Canada rye. Few weeds here and there, but not much. This little blue stem has 6 foot deep roots, and the big blue stem has 10 foot deep roots. I believe Indian grass is about 6 feet as well. And it's a warm season grass, so this time of year it's still dormant. It's coming out of dormancy a little bit here and there, but for the most part it's dormant. Once this starts growing, this is just going to look awesome. All right, we are right in the middle of the vineyard, taking a look at the buds. Some of these are really getting close to opening, and that can be a problem. That brief warm spell that we had, it was 2 weeks long. That was enough to get these things ready to go like this, but we still have a month before we're completely frost free here. So these are going to be sprouted long before that, and I know for a fact in the next week we have freezing weather. I don't know if it's going to be a killing frost, but we definitely have temperatures of 31, 32 overnight, which could be devastating. If all of the shoots get killed, if these start shooting out, and let's say they have 3-4 inch shoots, if those get frozen and die, it'll start using secondary shoots, and you'll still get grapes, but it'll be a much lesser crop. Yeah, now you can see all the little ones that are like these are going to have to be rubbed off. I hate rubbing them off, and a lot of times I skip doing that, but those would have shot straight up, and after a while they get kind of uncontrollable, and if you do it right away like this, it makes life easier. But then if you do have a freeze or some high wind that breaks a bunch of shoots, you may have taken off your only chance for some grapes on that vine. Yeah, these are going to be leaving out real soon. I'm going to have to start paying more attention. I'll have to come down here again in a couple days and see what's going on with this. Like a lot of this, where I left a whole bunch of stuff like this, there's supposed to be 2 or 3 buds per spur, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a bunch of these have to go. Okay, here's our chestnut tree. Looking pretty good. It's about the same as the bur oaks up there. Not quite budded out, but will be soon. So I'm gonna have to come back and check on this in maybe 3 days, something like that. Yeah, it's too bad the deer got at all these little branches all the way around this side. It's getting to the point where it's gonna do just fine if the deer browse on it. Once it's like 7 feet tall or 8 feet tall, they can no longer take the top off the tree, and the tree can just grow higher to get away from the deer if they're browsing it real heavy. So this one is almost there. I probably won't have to spray this next year, but we'll see. All right, let's go give a quick check on the 2 in the woods, and that'll wrap things up. Just a quick little peek. This is one of the bur oaks in the woods, and it's got a little bud on there. Tiny little tree. This is actually further along than the big trees up in the field up there. It's probably a lot warmer down here. Just give that a little spritz. This cat is mobbing me. Kitty, off my feet. This tater cat. And I have a dog here somewhere. Izzy! Izzy, come! There she is. Come on, pup. All right. Let's try to peel away and get to that tree. I'm really surprised that Izzy is coming with me. I thought she was just gonna head back home up there. She really does not like to go into the woods, but she seems like she's having a blast up there. Good, good, good. Come on, kitty. That's Tater Cat. Okay. This is my splinted tree. Gonna have to have that splint on at least this entire year until it grows a new ring of wood that's gonna hold it up straight. Yeah, if you didn't see the video, this was pinned down by that log down there. Log fell off of one of these dying white ash trees, pinned it to the ground, and it was growing up on the back side of the log. So it's kind of mangled, but it is almost exactly 6 feet tall, and it's probably going to get 7 feet tall this year. I just got to get it growing upright and get it strong. I believe that tree is, what did I say it is? It's about 5 years old. The one up there is a year older, but that tree's been around a while. It really needs to get going with some growth here. All right, one more chestnut up here, and we'll spin by another one of them little bur oaks, and that will do it. Oh, garlic mustard right along the road. Right there too. Stuff's everywhere. Oh, a big patch of it. We're trying to get grass growing on this road, and that'll stop the garlic mustard for the most part. But I got to get down here and spray that and toss some seed. I generally don't walk this way, but from this angle, you can really see what a mess this woods is. Half of that stuff is like early growth trees, the birch those are all at the end of their life. And the other half is all of the white ash that was killed by the emerald ash borer. Just a total mess. It'd be nice to get in there and get firewood, but that's way more firewood than we would ever need. And it's really hard to get in there, get that stuff cut, and get it out of there. For the most part, all of our firewood comes from stuff that fell over the road or is just right off the road. We can take the gator, go in a little bit, cut it up, put it on the back of the gator, and drive it out. Or sit it alongside the road like that. This area right here has a ton of deer coming through, and they keep biting this off. Let me see if you could see it. There's one here, one here. I think there's one there. You can see there's one there. There's another one there, and the most recent one there. They just walk by it and bite all the tips off of the branches and the top of the tree. But this year, I'm hoping it may get tall enough so they can't do it anymore. I'm going to have to keep spraying this all summer and hope to heck that this one can get tall enough and they finally start leaving it alone. They can take all they want off the sides, but once the top is out of their reach, then it can shoot up and get to be a nice tall tree. Izzy went down the road. She's almost to the bottom. That's my chicken dog down there. Good girl. Wow, it's like she got her mojo back. Come on, big puppy. Did you go all the way to the bottom? You are so brave. Oh, you can hear the turkey gobbling right down through there. And a little while ago, you could hear the barred owl. There's a barred owl right in here somewhere. Love the sounds of nature. All right, let's get up there. The May-apples are starting to come up. They're all over the place. They look like little umbrellas when they first come up, and then look like that a little bit later. They get pretty big. Got a big fallen tree here that I got to deal with. A couple up there as well. This tree right here, when I dice this off the road, when this stuff is split, this will probably be, it could be half of a winter's worth of wood. I'm not sure. Maybe a third, but it does not take very much to heat that house. Well, we're going to be heating a shop too, hopefully. So I might have to get in here and take some of that stuff too. And another 2, 3 trees across the road. And another one that fell right there. Hi, kitty. I was just going to get over that log. Scooch. All right, I'm going to have to knock you down then. Thank you for your cooperation, kitty. Okay, where were we? Stick. Okay, yeah, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this area this year. It's going to be a nice summer. Okay, I'm going to check on them trees, but I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to show this real quick. These are bluebells, and it looks like they are about to flower. I don't know about the temperatures for that, but they will be flowering real soon, so I'll have to get back here and show these. I believe Larry wanted to see those, so I will show that real soon. So if you want to see that and all the other stuff going on here this summer, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.